Alright, hello and welcome to your first lab. So you made it to this page, and I will be replacing the video that you see here with the one that you're currently watching, of course. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at our lab write-up so that we can go through what we need to do to submit everything and get all our starter code. So, objectives, blah blah blah. So the first thing that I want you to do is head into your virtual machine and go into the terminal. I'll make it large for everybody to see. And then you will do refresh-starter-code. That is the terminal command. You can do it from any folder, and that will make sure that you have the most up-to-date starter code, just in case I change something or like I add a new lab. So obviously I only have like 5 labs in here right now. I'll have to update that eventually. So keep doing that at the start of every lab, and then we're going to copy our starter code for this lab into our current directory. So we're going to change directories until our current directory is the one we want this starter code to be in. Okay? So for example, here I made the CSCI shared folder on my desktop, and you could just put your stuff straight in here. But I am going to give information for CSCI 40 students as well, so I'm going to make a CSCI 41 folder inside of this CSCI shared folder. So in order to get to there again, cd/media/sf_, and then it's the name of the folder, CSCI shared. And so now I'm there. I can make a new directory, CSCI 41, and go into it, and there's nothing there right now. Okay, so in order to get this stuff, this starter code into this directory, I will do the following. CP for copy, -R for copy the entire folder, /starter code /CSCI 41, oops, /lab00, and then a dot, because the dot means current directory. It'll copy everything into the directory you're currently in. Hit enter, and now you should see a lab00 directory there. Okay, so if that went horribly wrong or you're having trouble, just open up 2 file browsers. Oh darn, it won't give me both. One, you can go to your shared folder, wherever you want this thing to be. And then the other, you can go to other locations, computer, starter code, CSCI 41, lab00, and you can just drag this stuff wherever you want it to go. Okay? Or just copy the entire folder, things like that. Okay. So inside of this folder has the files that I'm giving you. Okay. So now I can go full screen on that, and you should see things that look like this. Maybe I got rid of a couple. Dun. Yes, I got rid of that one, so I'll probably be changing this in just a second, don't worry. But everything else is pretty good. It's looking fine. So make sure you've changed your password if you haven't. And then the first thing that you're going to do is make a hello world program. Okay? So there is no hello.cpp right now. You're going to make it. And so you're going to say vim or nano vim hello.cpp, and then you'll start writing a hello world program. And let's see. Dun. It's got to print exactly this. Hello world, I'm ready for CSCI 41, and then a new line. I'll get you most of the way there. This is not really the objective. Okay, so now you've got a kind of working hello.cpp file, and you'll compile and run that and just make sure that it's working how you expect it to. With G++, standard equals C++ 17, hello.cpp -o hello. And then we can say /hello to make sure it's doing the right thing. Awesome, everything's going well. And then the next thing, your main job, is going to be implementing this box drawing class. So down here, you're going to write a program that when you run it, you get to pick the character that you want to draw a box with and its current width that you want it to be drawn at. So this is an 8x8 box of $signs. And yeah, that's the idea. That's what you want to happen, and that will all happen inside of this box class. All right, so if you look at the file, let's see, did I mess that up too? No. If you look at the file, runbox.cpp, you can see that it's mostly all the way done. Like this runbox.cpp is completely implemented. As long as you implement box correctly, it should work after you compile it, just like this. Okay, that is the idea. And so then let's go ahead and take a look at box.h. So this is the declaration of the box class. So it's going to have a constructor to set the width of the box that you want to draw of a certain character, and then the character that you want it to be to use when it's drawing it. And you also have private member variables with the same names as these constructor parameters. So the one thing that I want to tell you about right now is the keyword this. It is a pointer to your current class, and so if you want the member variable width, you can say this arrow width. And inside of this constructor, this will take precedence, this width parameter. So you can say something like this width equals width inside of your constructor, and that will work. Okay, so look into the this keyword, and with that, let's see what else we got here. Get width is going to be just a standard getter to get the width that is stored in this private member variable. Same with get box char, and these are of course const. And then we have a set box char right there, and it'll set that thing to a new character that you give it. We'll have a plus equals operator, so that increases the width of the box by a certain offset. We'll have a minus equals operator that decreases the width of a box by a certain offset. And then we will have an output operator. Okay? And remember, it needs to be defined outside of the class. It's a friend. Yay. So your job is to implement all this stuff in box.cpp. All right? And then make sure that runbox is looking correctly. And then we're going to start testing things. All right? So you're going to edit testbox.cpp. And right now, it has a few tests ready-made for you. So we're using this assert true function that tests whether or not a Boolean condition was true or not with a description. Just read through the tests and it'll start making more sense. You'll be implementing 6 additional tests in addition to the ones that I've given you. Okay? So here's a simple test that makes a box and tries to output an empty box, and there should be no output at all. Okay? So you'll look into string stream if you're not familiar with that, which lives in the stream library. Back on down we go. Here's another test that tests a box of size 1 with $signs and makes sure that when you output it, you just get $1 output, and then a new line, of course. That's your size 1 box. And then same for run box test size 3. It'll have a size 3 box with % signs as its output character, so it should output 3% signs, a new line, 3% signs, a new line, and then 3% signs, a new line. Okay? And then here's some more just checking these other public member functions, checking that setBoxChar correctly replaces this $sign to the parenthesis, or to the print. What even is this anymore? % sign, sorry. Okay, and then here's a bigger one with the increment and decrement operators, just making sure that things are incrementing and decrementing correctly. Okay, so in addition to these, you will think really hard about implementing 6 more tests, and just, yeah, make sure that they output passed, and just follow the same kind of assert true call at the very end with a certain name. All right, so let me show you this working. And just remember at the very start, this file you will not get. That was a typo. Sorry about that. Everything else, you're going to implement this box class and the hello.cpp file. So you're going to turn in 3 files. Okay, box.cpp, testbox.cpp, hello.cpp. Okay, and here's the rubric for all those things. Hello is just not too many points. Testbox for the things that I've provided is the most points, and then testbox for the additional tests that you write is 12 points total. Okay, that will be your scoring. Now, let me show you it all running if I can quickly do that. Gosh, where did I store the answers here? So it's gonna be, don't mind me, C users lot and Dropbox 2020 fall. And then it's CSCI 41 labs lab 00. Alright, so I think I've already compiled and run all of this stuff. So runbox, for example, oh no, G++, 17, runbox.cpp, box.cpp-o, runbox, that one, and then also testbox. And let me make this bigger. So runbox will look like this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I overwrote runbox. This one should have been called testbox. There we go. So testbox will look like this. You should see all these past things, hopefully, once you implement everything correctly, and then you'll write your own in addition to these and with this style. And then finally, runbox. This is just checking that it's doing the basic stuff right. Here's like a 7x7 box of the L character. Okay, so that's essentially what your output should look like once you've implemented box.cpp. You've implemented the box class. And then, all right, now you're done. Congratulations. Once you've finished all this work, now it's time to turn in your work. So how you do that is through this turn in command that I've made for you. Okay, this is the main part that you probably care about right now. So how to submit your code. So you're going to say, well, let me give myself a test box, a box.cpp file. This just makes a blank file called that. And so now I'll say turn in lab00 at CSCI 41, it's like an email almost, box.cpp, testbox.cpp, and then hello.cpp. Okay, so you'll say turn in just like that, and hit enter, and then it'll ask you to log into the server. So your username is your last name underscore your student ID. So here's my test one. Hit that. Enter your server password that you hopefully changed. Dun dun dun. And then it'll take a second. I don't see any errors, and it looks like it submitted successfully. And so now it's a waiting game. The auto grader will look at your code within 15 to 30 minutes. I will just quickly force the auto grader to start running. You'll never see this. Whee! Alright, it did it. So quickly. Now, in order to see your grades, you're going to pull them down from our server. So you'll say refresh dash grades from anywhere. And then again, you'll log in. And please yell at me if anything is not working properly. And so then it will have some output saying what it's doing. And then it looks like everything is fine. I see no errors. Then we can run view dash grades to look at the grades we downloaded. Okay, and you don't have to redo the refresh if you don't resubmit. It'll just, you can just go straight to the view grades. So then it'll give you some options for which grades you want to view. Here's the most latest one up top. It's at index 0. I'll say yes, I want to see that one. And you can hit Q to stop looking at this current file that's about to display to you. So you can use the down arrow, the up arrow. And so here it's telling me I got 0 out of 35, of course, because the hello world output looks wrong. I didn't have any extra tests because I didn't implement the box class. These tests didn't work because I didn't implement the box class, and it's telling me the compiler output. So yeah, just yell at me if you have any questions about any of this stuff. And then I think you are all good to go now. So good luck with this, and I will see you on the other side.